Okay, so last episode we decided on a Nico Schlotterbeck replacement, and the choice was to sign Mickey van de Ven. Now he's got some very big shoes to fill, but I think he can do it. This season we're trying to go back-to-back in Bundesliga and the Champions League, because yeah, I got a lot more room in this this trophy room to fill up. So drop a like down below for more of this series, and I say we get right back into it. Now, first comment today, Lewis wants more game time as he feels unfairly treated because he's always coming on subbed on late or not playing. Now, right off the bat, you can see here, Lewis played 24 games, Reed has played 25. So unfortunately, that's just simply not true. Now, next one, I have suggestions if you're making a career move to Real Betis to revive the career of Anthony or maybe Nottingham Forest even. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. Anthony, this far in the future is still at Manchester United. I doubt he's a starter though. He's only 81 overall. I wouldn't mind though at a future team, whether it's like Real Betis or Nottingham Forest, and actually reviving Anthony's career. At some point in this series, we could do that. Now, last one, join AC Milan next season and win them the treble. They're falling apart. Yeah, I think in our last Journeyman series, we never went to an Italian team. I don't think we did. So yeah, I do want to go to Italy at some point in this this series this year. And I feel like probably Roma, Milan are my top two options for a team in Italy maybe. Those two sound very interesting. But okay, so today we find ourselves at the end of January. I think we've seen about a month from the last episode. And hey, January has gone pretty well here. We have retaken first in the Bundesliga, and we also finished second in the Champions League phase. So, you know, losing Schlotterbeck hurt, but I feel like the team has kind of rebounded now. We still look like a Champions League winning team. Now though, as the transfer window is about to close, Batsarina has requested a transfer away. He's very unhappy apparently. I mean, it makes sense. Probably wants to go start for a team, and he's definitely not starting in this team. So we accepted a 60 million offer from Manchester United. So he's pretty much on the way out. So that means before deadline day, before the window actually closes, we need a new backup midfielder in the team. And we got 217 million to find that midfielder, which is obviously not going to cost that much. We're looking for more like a backup option. And the player I think I'm going to target is going to be Obed Vargas, currently playing in Atletico Madrid. Now, I think he played in the MLS to start, I think. So he's from Mexico. He's 5'9", 23 years old, and his stats look so good for like a backup box-to-box mid. I mean, this dude could play center mid, CDM, or even on the wing. He looks like the kind of player that I would bring to like multiple teams in this entire Journeyman series. You know, great acceleration, great stamina. He's got really good ball control, stand tackling. That is like my ideal midfielder right there. So as a Batsarina replacement, this is going to be probably our only signing in January. And hey, like I said, if he's good, we might bring him to multiple teams in this series. So 35 million and Atletico Madrid are going to accept. So I mean, that's playing so well currently. We don't need to make big changes in January. It's just, you know, a player wanted to leave, so we need a replacement. And Vargas is going to be that replacement. And with that, Vargas is going to accept the contract. And our team is like deep. We got players in the bench that probably could start, you know, players in the starting 11 that are so good. We ready today for another run at that Champions League trophy again. So Obed Vargas officially welcome to Borussia Dortmund. And I believe now our team is officially ready. You know, as we see Batsarina going off to Manchester United. All right, the first game today is going to be versus Wolfsburg. Now, they beat us in the first game of the year in the Super Cup, so I want my revenge here. Currently, we have a 4-point lead in first, so I want to keep it too. Now, I think I do want to give Vargas his first start, so I want to play him over O'Reilly probably. All right, not a matchup, play him over O'Reilly there. And also, you know, let's play Bento over Conceição. Let's try that. So 2 changes, and let's see if we can get revenge on Wolfsburg. Look at that, Frankie O'Donnell, Bundesliga top scorer with 11 goals. He's having a great year. You know, probably came second in the Ballon d'Or voting too. So his career is definitely on the rise. Right though, this team gave us a loss to start the year. That was without Mickey van de Ven though. So we'll see if this time with him, if we can beat them. Now Bayer's gonna fire it in Job over to Bento. Bento shot. Oh, that could have been an instant reply. Oh my, Frankie almost just put that in. Man, that was so close. All right, kind of an awkward first chance though. All right, Vargas touch over to Miguel Gutierrez. So far, Vargas looks lively. He's running here in a rut actually. Vargas gonna play it over to Bento there. Okay, and that was a great pass from him. Oh my, Bento! Frankie, oh, what are they doing at the back, man? What are they doing? I think it was actually Reed who got a touch on that. So the pressure there just caused like a fatal mistake. That is just so bad. Okay, it is gonna be 1-0 in the 11th minute. That is not a bad start here. Bellingham into Bento. Bento, oh, I was gonna try to pass it quick there, but he didn't pass it. We are going to get to like the Champions League knockout stage today, probably the round of 16 at least. So today is where our season gets very, very serious. I need to see this team playing at the highest level. If we want to go back-to-back, Bayer, trying to find something. Okay, that was a good tackle. I wasn't quite expecting that. And Reed, that is a beautiful tackle. Now Vargas has space. Vargas is going to play it into Frankie O'Donnell. Takes his time, and Frankie's gonna score his second of the game. The Bundesliga top scorer strikes again. All right, this has gone pretty well so far. A lot better than I expected. I kind of thought Wolfsburg would be more of a challenge like that first game of the year. But nope, Van de Ven steal. And now the Ballon d'Or winner Bayer was almost in. It probably should have been in. Now this is dangerous. Oh, Van de Ven. Okay, the ball just went through your legs. All right, clear that. Let's just not mess around with it. That was incredibly awkward. Now, header pass is not going to beat anyone, though. Van de Ven. Oh, man, we just got so much of the man, but not the ball. All right, it's going to be yellow for Van de Ven. That's fine. He's definitely more aggressive than Schlotterbeck. You know, is not afraid of a tackle and also not afraid of a yellow card here and there. Now, that free kick, thankfully, is blocked by the wall. And now we have a breakaway chance because Bayer's got a lot of space. We also have runners. Bayer plays it up to Frankie O'Donnell. Frankie's going to hold this. Going to lay it off to Bento. Through. Oh, that was actually meant for Bayer, man. I just messed that up so bad. That is a pitiful attacking sequence. All right, though, halftime, it is 2-0. And I would say Vargas kind of fits in the team, you know, like plug and play perfectly. So it's the kind of perfect midfielder for the Tyztir ball system. Now, Bellingham over to Bayer. Bayer from distance. That shot's going to be blocked. Now, Reed. Bro, Reed makes so many tackles every single game. I would say Vargas' only weakness is his strength. You know, he's not a very strong player, but that can always be developed. You know, he's 23 years old. We could just tell this man to get in the gym. All right, though, 30 minutes ago, 2-0 is not an insane lead, so it's definitely not over yet. Got to really prevent them scoring a goal in this game. We got to score the third, though. They're starting to pressure more. Ball to Bento, though. Bento, you got space. We're going to go to Bayer instead. Bayer is going to find a great ball over to Miguel Gutierrez. Miguel is going to slide it into Bellingham. Bellingham shot there. Oh, Bellingham, what a shot. That is how you seal probably a victory. It's kind of crazy. Bellingham right now is starting to feel like Jude Bellingham at the start of crew mode. He's starting to be that good. He's becoming a complete midfielder. All right, Vargas, you got some room to run here. Going to go to Frankie. Frankie over to Bayer. Bayer is going to slide it over to Vargas, looking for his first goal for Dortmund, and Vargas scores on his debut. That is how you announce yourself as a new player. He's played a great game, so that's good to see. All right, boys, I think we're ready for that knockout stage, because next game is going to be the round of 16. I think we're ready. There's a chance we get actually 5 this game. I didn't realize there was like 12 minutes left still. So can we get 5? Frankie over to Bellingham. Bellingham's going to hold this. Going to play to Frankie. Bento, I need you to keep running. We're going to go over to Reed, which Bento, that ball was beautiful, but Reed's finish was terrible, actually. Oh, they're going to score that. Okay, I brought Rico Lewis on, and look at that. We concede. Coincidence? I don't know. That was an insane shot, though. I'm not going to blame him. I'm just kidding. But okay, Wolfsburg do get one thing to celebrate this game, but it's going to be still a comprehensive win. Bento is going to get it over to Bellingham. Bellingham's going to try to find a pass right back to Lewis. Lewis, crossover. I thought people would make runs there, and they just didn't. Vargas, Bento, great strength there. Is going to hold this. Look for a shot. Goes into Bayer. Bayer. Looking for number 5, and that is a great finish from the Ballon d'Or winner, Maximilian Bayer. All right, 5-1. We're starting to play our football again. Next game, the round of 16 is where things get a lot more serious. All right, man. So our Bundesliga lead now balloons up to 11 points. So I guess all the teams below us drop points. We look primed for a back-to-back league title in Germany. But okay, now Champions League round of 16, and we got a tough first round here. Like we saw, we finished second in the league. So round of 16, we're going to be facing Liverpool. So they finished in 10th, you know, barely missing out on skipping the playoff round. So they had a good Champions League league phase, and that's just tough though for a first matchup. All right, so 2028, or actually now 2029, they got Gyökeres up top, who as we know was actually a nominee for the Ballon d'Or. So he's one of the best players in the world. Okay, hold up. Szoboszlai, Rafinha, Martinelli, Koundé, Ruben Dias, Frimpong. This team is insane. Florian Wirtz still on the bench. Okay, they got Bruno Fernandes. That's weird. Quenda, Bremer, Courtois. Bro, they're an 89, 84, 85 team. Okay, yeah, that is an absolutely insane team. What is our rating actually? I want to see. You know, how do we stack up on paper against them? We are 89, 86, 85, so pretty close actually. All right, this is gonna be a matchup. This could be like the semifinal matchup, but it's only the round of 16. Now, as always, we're gonna sim the first leg to make it a little more difficult. You know, it makes it very random at times whether we win or lose. So first leg at Anfield, it is going to be a 0-0 draw. Okay, so very even. Yeah, that team, Rafinha got a red card, so Rafinha can't play in the next round. Next leg. That's interesting. And the Florian Wirtz, Gyökeres, that's just insane. I'm not sure we played a team as good as this in whole of last year's Champions League run. This team is amazing. So here we go, though. A serious obstacle in our way of trying to go back-to-back in the Champions League. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like my top of teams in the Premier League to go to sometime in the series, Liverpool is definitely towards the top of the list of teams, I think. You know, pairing up with Florian Wirtz in that team, I feel like we could probably do very good. So I mean, it could be a glimpse at our future team, although nothing is set in stone. No, it's not close to being decided at all. It's just a possibility. But right now, a loss here would be catastrophic for our plans this year. I mean, catastrophic. So we need to play a great game. Bellingham into Conceição over to Reed. Let's get that first goal quick. Oh, if that pass gets through, we have a good chance. No, that wasn't great though. All right, so Martinelli, Gyökeres, that is gonna be an interesting combo to defend. The Ballon d'Or finalists were 3 of our players in Gyökeres, so he must be insane in this series to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or. And not gonna lie, our start here has been not great. We're kind of losing the ball a little bit too much. Martinelli slides it back to Wirtz. Wirtz looking for something. Goes back to Martinelli. Slide it over. Shot. Kobel makes the save. In the end, pretty good defending. And then Gutierrez gets it out to Bayer. Perfect. Again, crossover though. Gyökeres header. Kobel catches it. Okay, I'm a little worried here because they've had a very good start. We need to score quick. On set the tone at home. It's going to be Miguel over to Bayer. Bayer's going to wait for Miguel to run. Now Miguel continuing his run is going to go on actually a really incisive run. Conceição goes for a shot. Frankie Oz is going to be offside, I think. All right, our first chance was very sloppy. All right, Frimpong is, man, he is so quick. He's got to be one of the fastest players in the game currently. Van de Ven, good clearance away, though. Beautiful clearance. Oh, man, O'Reilly loses it. Gyökeres looking for a shot. That's going to be, oh, man, he just got tackled from behind. Van de Ven is going to get it away from Frimpong, though. Okay, Frimpong just steals it back. What was that, bro? He just stole it back so easily. Kobo is going to make this save, I think, from a Vert's shot. All right, currently, like I said, I don't feel good about this, man. I don't. We got to play sharp in this right now. Chance for Kamara over to Gyökeres. Gyökeres goes for a shot, and they're going to score first. And first 35 minutes, they have been by far the better team here. All right, we need to lock in right now, like lock in. Season currently is on the line. O'Reilly to Mecha, swing it over. It's going to be Conceição, back to Reed. Reed isn't a stop. I just don't like these shots, man. We're going to go back. O'Reilly into Bayer. Bayer shot. Oh, it's blocked by Bremer at the last second. O'Reilly, Conceição, first time ball to Frankie. Nice, Frankie. Gets it back to Conceição, but Bremer is again there to stop it, and that's going to be halftime. And right now, they're just like overpowering us. So we got to get back to playing our game, though. Get back to playing our way. Because right now, they're forcing us to play a very, like, cautious and scared way. Frimpong is going to get a chance here. Van de Ven. Good interception. He's going to keep it, and he plays it out for a throw-in at least. Bellingham, Conceição, incisive run is nice. Over to Reed. Bellingham over to Bayer. Bayer needs a pass here. Someone needs to run in that spot, bro. Oh, it's no one's running, man. No one. The movement right now is not good. Reed looking for something. Reed has got Conceição. Conceição, he just couldn't get a shot over Kamara. Bro, they are shutting down our attack right now. We got 30 minutes, and honestly, we look like losing right now. Oh, man. Florian Wirtz's shot. That is a point-blank shot that Kobo saves and keeps us alive. Okay, we got 20 minutes, so time is running out. Now, that's a bad decision by their fullback to come up, though. Conceição is gonna run here. Now look for a pass to Frankie or something. Frankie is not there. Goes to Bellingham shot. Oh, good shot there, but Courtois makes the save. Oh, what do we do here, bro? Do I bring on Bento for Conceição? I don't even know. Think I'll do Bento for Conceição. I'll do that. We got 16 minutes basically to save our season right now. We have been outplayed here, but still a chance to save it. Bento. Gonna slide it over. It's gonna be Zabarnyi shot. Oh, it's another save by Courtois, though. Come on, boys. We gotta find this. Short corner again. Goes to O'Reilly. O'Reilly back to Nemecha. Nemecha gonna look for a pass. Gonna try to find it. It's gonna be a corner again. Come on, guys. Find it. Pass over. There's space there. Bento is in the box. Bento needs to turn. Don't lose, though. Goes back. It's Zabarnyi again. Oh, that is worst case scenario, bro. That's worst case. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wirtz is running now. Reed comes over. Reed blocks the pass at least. A chance to seal it, and Kobo is going to make the save. There's 7 minutes left. All right, I'm going to do, honestly, Vargas for O'Reilly. Let's do Lewis for Reed, and I think that's going to be it. Man, this is not looking good, though. Corner in by Rice. It's going to be cleared away. Gonna go to our player. Oh, it is. Okay, hold up. Bento can't lose it here. Can't lose it. We got space to run. Bayer, you might have the pace here. Come on. Oh, this player's keeping up to him. No, he made a missed tackle. Bayer, the Ballon d'Or winner, going all the way, and Bayer's gonna tie this up. Oh, man, that was just pure pace. 88th minute. We're back in this. I can't believe we actually just ran the length of the field there. Bro, he's not even that quick right now. Like, his stamina has got to be low or something. He did not feel fast at all. But, man, that is the clutchest finish of our time at Dortmund so far, I think. All right, 1-1, 88th minute. This game is back on. At least we have life. Man, they've still played amazing. Vargas. Great steal there. Bayer, hold up, Bayer. Frankie, please, where are you at, Frankie? Get it to Bento. Bento's gonna run here. We got a pass. Gonna play it over to Frankie. Frankie, no, he just couldn't take a touch quick enough, man. That was the chance to win it. Oh, man, he couldn't take a touch on that pass, man. It was fired in so quick. All right, so extra time to go. We got 30 more minutes of football here. Oh, man, Rico Lewis, he's got more stamina than Reed, but like I said, not as much pace. Now, Van de Ven needs to come over. Van de Ven, he stopped that attack being a little quicker. Oh, Gyökeres, bro, they're so hard to defend right now. Whoa, that's a bad pass. Bro, that can't get through. Come on, Bellingham, thank you. Vargas, bro, get this ball out of our box, please. Oh, man, they're starting to pass it like they were in the first half, man. They're starting to turn it on again. Thankfully, though, that is, okay, 15 minutes left. This is so incredibly close. All right, I think I got to do Sar on for Nemecha. We got one more sub after that. We actually have two more. Let's do Svensson for Gutierrez. I got to just take off the tired players, honestly. And I think we leave it at that. That's fine. So we are pretty fresh for the last 15 minutes here. Oh, Reed just gets blown by again. Now that cross comes in, and that is going to be very risky, but it works. So this might be the most stressful game of the entire journeyman save so far. Declan Rice has a chance here. Plays over to Gyökeres. Reed. Okay, Lewis actually. Beautiful tackle. Now Bento to Frankie. There's space here to work with. Frankie's going to hold it up, though. Going to wait for runners. Bento's in a good spot. Bento is going to play it back to Frankie O'Donnell. Shot off the post. You got to be kidding me. Header back in. It's going to be cleared. And now they get the final chance with Frimpong. Oh, no. Please not, bro. Come on. Frimpong back. Gyökeres shot. Kobo save. And this is going to a penalty shootout. Bro, Frankie O'Donnell hits the post with a chance to win. I cannot believe it. Oh, man. Penalties. I have not been good at penalties so far in this series. I actually can't believe this, man. All right, here we go. So for our Champions League life this year, Bento is going to go top left to start. Top left. And it's going to be a save to start. Bruno Fernandes for them. I don't know why he's in a Liverpool shirt. Oh, that's such a good penalty, though. Ballon d'Or winner Bayer is going to go bottom right. He's going to score his. I got to make some saves, though, man. All right, Gyökeres, he's going to go top left. Top left. Now he goes top right. Bellingham up next. We're going right again. Right. Going to go in. Come on, man. Kobo, I need one save from you. Soboslai Is it gonna go? Oh, I can't save a penalty right now. I saved my life, man. Frankie O'Donnell. We're going top right with power. Frankie top right. It's gonna be a save from Marashvili, and now we are on the ropes. Roides cannot save a penalty to save my life, and we're gonna be knocked out by Liverpool. Oh, that is like the first true heartbreaking moment of my career, I think. Just heart shattered on the floor, man. I cannot believe we just lost this, and that might be one of the worst penalty shootouts I've ever had. So we are not gonna go back to back in the Champions League. Actually, just heart shattering, man. Though, look how even that game was. 7 shots each, you know, 89% pass accuracy each. Possession was equal to. That was such a close game. And I haven't been this devastated from a loss in FC in a long time, I think. Bro, with this team, I really thought like another Champions League title back-to-back years was in the bag. Or not in the bag, but like very likely. We were just playing so well. The problem is we just came up against a team that was almost as good as us. I think I just wasn't ready for that start in the first half for them to, you know, overpower us like that. But man, Frankie hits the post, the last action of the game. That is just heartbreaking, man. That could have been the winner. But okay, though. So year 2 at Dortmund is going to be a round of 16 exit for me. That just absolutely hurts. All right, are we still in the DFB Pokal? We are not in that either. We got knocked out in that too, so that just sucks. So that means all that's left is the Bundesliga. Okay, I guess since all we have left is Bundesliga and we got an 11-point lead currently, we are gonna finish the season today then. We might as well. What do we have? 6, 7, 8. We have like 9 games left. Oh man, it just hurts so bad. Okay, let's go through these games one by one and see if any team actually, you know, poses a real challenge to us. All right, so now I got to April. We have, what do we have? 6 games left now, I think. So 6 games left and a 9-point lead on Frankfurt. Look at that, crazy. Bayern have recouped all the way to 3rd, so they've actually, you know, they're actually a title challenger kind of. All right, though, 9-point lead is still pretty comfortable. What is our like toughest game we have left? We actually play Frankfurt the final, our second to last game of the year, so that might decide the title if they're still in second. Okay, let's play this next Mainz game because that might give us like maybe an 11-point lead, and then we'll see what happens from there. Bro, I am still so devastated though. I cannot believe we lost that, man. In the German Super Cup, we lost on penalties versus Wolfsburg, and then that's 2 penalty shootouts where I just like sucked. I couldn't save anything. I had 2 bad penalties. Oh, it just hurts, man. It just absolutely hurts. This team is too good to be knocked out in the round of 16. You know, it's kind of funny. I would say if we weren't first in the Bundesliga, my job might actually be under pressure. Because man, a team this good, like a round of 16 exit, that is that's a pretty bad look. That feels like the first true like defeat and disappointment of the series. Hey, Gutierrez, great, still there. Frankie's gonna get a chance to score the first goal of the game, and that's a nice finish from Frankie O'Donnell. All right, 10 minutes in, 1-0. Let's claim this Bundesliga title though. We can still add a trophy to the trophy room today, and it also could be my LAFC, 2 years Aberdeen, 1 year at Dortmund. This would be my 5th league title in a row. That's pretty insane. Frankie has runners over to Miguel Gutierrez. He's gonna take a shot himself, and it's gonna be 2-0. All right, so we're getting back to our, you know, getting back to our best here. It just sucks, man, because like that's the look of the draw. Like that Liverpool team, that really should have been like a semifinal, maybe even a final matchup, not a round of 16 matchup. If we played anyone else, I feel like we could probably win. That's the team, like I've checked a lot of team ratings. Okay, they're gonna score against right there, but I've checked a lot of teams' ratings, and that team was the closest to us that I've seen. All right, though, let's take this game a little more seriously. Bayer looking for a response and to be tackled. You know, let's focus up a little bit. Bellingham, Conceição, chance here. Conceição, skill there is disgusting. And oh man, his finish just goes wide. That was gonna be so clean. O'Reilly up to Bellingham. Bellingham, insane run here. We got Frankie. Gonna time it right. Frankie needs a quick finish. Okay, that was timed awkwardly, but it was good. Frankie's gonna make it 3-1. All right, come on. Let's take our overall anger out right now on Mainz. We gotta take that loss personally. Bellingham, what a ball to Frankie. Frankie, simple shot, and it's gonna be 4-1. And I feel like this title is ours. That's a hat trick for Frankie in the first half, by the way. All right, second half begins. Let's try to just ensure this win and score more goals. Let's try to put this one really out of reach for the rest of the Bundesliga. Demecha, O'Reilly into Bayer. Bayer, one pass to Conceição, shot, and it's gonna be 5-1. Come on, let's keep it going. Let's see how many goals we can score in this game. Frankie over to Bellingham. Bellingham, wait for Conceição. Waited for him perfectly. Conceição, that shot is not going to be blocked. It's going to be 6-1. Yeah, this team right now is, it's angry. We're furious. Oh, that's just so unlucky, though. Come on. They really score like that? It's going to be 6-2. That is just so unlucky. That bounce. All right, though, should not matter much in the grand scheme of things. Frankie, good pass to Conceição. Conceição's going to get over to Bayer. Bayer's going to try and stop. Okay, that was me doing absolutely too much right there. Bayer to Conceição. Oh man, Bayer and Conceição. That was a beautiful pass. All right, so O'Donnell's got a hat trick. Conceição's hat trick, and it's 7-2. It's a little +5 to our goal difference. We'll take it. And still, though, a chance for more. Bellingham's running here. Bellingham over the top to Frankie. Frankie, good touch. I'm gonna try to play it back to Conceição. That didn't work. O'Reilly, Bayer into Conceição. Now get it back to Bayer. Can he join this scoring? The shot is gonna be saved. We got one more chance to get 8 this game. Short corner. Conceição's gonna turn. Look for his 4th of the game. Finesse shot. It's gonna fall as Zabarny can't get a shot away. Conceição gets it back, but he also loses it again. And okay, so full time, it's going to be 7-2 to Borussia Dortmund. And yeah, I'd say we're on our way to another Bundesliga title right here soon. All All right, so rest of April, we had 2 more wins and a draw. So that means we got 2 games left and it might be already decided. Yep, it's already decided. We got currently a 12-point lead in first. We are back-to-back Bundesliga champions. All right, so final day, we're going to beat Stuttgart 5-0. And it's time for our second Bundesliga trophy lift. And I just can't help but feel so disappointed, though. I wanted the Champions League back-to-back. I truly wanted it. This team is so good. Any other team, I truly feel like we would have won that and actually built some momentum in. But facing that team, Liverpool, that quickly, and we just weren't ready for that kind of challenge right away. So now we got to think about, are we staying another year at Dortmund? Are we going to a new team? We got a very big choice ahead of ourselves. But this year, we're going to add the UEFA Super Cup and also another Bundesliga trophy to our trophy room. So it definitely wasn't for nothing as Cobalt lifts the Bundesliga title for the 2nd year in a row. I can't lie though, our standards are higher than this. This was, I think this is going to be a disappointing season for me. So final table, we only lose 1 game in the league all year long, and Bayern finishes 17 points below us. Yeah, that is a commanding Bundesliga trophy right there. So DFB Pokal is going to go to Leipzig. Champions League is going to go to Man City 2-0 over Liverpool. Okay, so Liverpool lost the final. They beat Newcastle, they beat PSG, and then Man City win it. That's interesting. So Nico Schlotterbeck, I guess he chose the right team to go to, That's back-to-back Champions League trophies for our former center back, man. That's crazy. Final stats in the year, Frankie, 29-8, Bayer, 27-12, Conceição, 17-10. It's so weird because it was a great year. It's just that one game we just couldn't do it, and that has stained our season so much. All right, though, now we got to think about, are we staying for another year at Dortmund, or are we leaving? Now, I definitely have some big job offers in mind, teams I want to go to, but in saying that, I still feel like this team is a Champions League winning team, even though this year we couldn't get it done. So I think we're going to stay just one more season at Borussia Dortmund, just one more, and try to get some Champions League redemption. And also, yeah, go for back-to-back a three-peat in Germany, because I imagine Bayer's going to get better. I imagine Frankie's definitely going to get better. I just really want to win another Champions League trophy with this team, man. This team is so good. We deserve it. Now, it's going to be, I think, a shortened season focused solely on the Champions League, basically. But okay, one last more mini run on the Champions League with this team. We are staying at Dortmund for another year. And man, I just need redemption, man. I need redemption after that Liverpool loss. So drop a like down below if you want to see that. And if you click on screen, you might like this video of mine too.